and Sergeant Nkosi, but the quarrel now is that it cannot be that you just remembered 5 minutes ago as you're sitting there. It's of sufficient importance to you as head of organized crime, one, two, as someone who's received monies from someone who's now being raided by the SAPS. It is of moment. There is no way you only remember now.
Yeah. I hear the commissioner. The big issue here is because he borrowed me money. And secondly, as a friend, I indicated what type of a friend is that, when we meet, when we don't meet, and how long, and how do we phone each other. And already it was indicated here that I didn't have my WhatsApps and whatsoever. And we received these WhatsApps, I think it was on the, we're supposed to report back on the 12th or the 3rd, I can't remember, but we received that Thursday, which by Friday we're supposed to report. And we requested until Monday. And some of them, you can see, we couldn't know if ever there is something missing or whatsoever. But yes, this kind of documents are here to remind us also as people. So I'm telling the truth that our discussion with Nkosi was about medical treatment, which I can get somewhere to advance my ill health and whatsoever. And on the 18th, yes, he gave me the number to say, here's the new number of the man and so forth. So the reason why we didn't discuss about the search at his premises and whatsoever, I don't know and I can't remember. So it does not mean I lie if ever I didn't remember something, or it was convenient for me to say so because it is not here, or because I didn't see it here. I might have seen a lot of things which I don't even remember what it's all about, or also here, which is in here.
Maybe lastly from me, because you're talking about numbers that he has given you, if you look at page 43, you are the one actually that's providing information to him. At page 43, you say at chat number 5, you say he must look for that name. And then the next chat, you give the name of the shop and a telephone number. So you're the one that's actually giving him information. The rest of it is telephone calls.
Yes. We're supposed to go to that Mediterranean in for that particular injection.
Thank you, General.
We usually go together, even if we do colons cleaning, we go together. You can see, or maybe some they will show here. Usually we go together on these things.
General, don't understand me to be disputing that you had these other health issues and health discussions. I'm not disputing that. We're speaking about the improbability of you and Sergeant Nkosi not discussing the raid on Mr. Matlala when you speak on the 7th, a day after that operation. And then when you speak again, well, you have all of those charts, and then you speak on the 20th. But in between, he's given you Mr. Matlala's contact details, and as Commissioner Khumalo says, that he knows you to have his contact details. He can't just give it to you in a vacuum. He would have said something to you. And you've just admitted, well, yeah, he did say to me that his phones were seized. The simple point is that it's improbable that you heard from the public for the first time and in the commission.
I have acceded to that.
All right, thank you.
And in general, just to finish up on one of the points here, if you go to file 4, page 88, so that's where we have that schedule that gives you the duration of the calls. Page 88 on file 4.
File 4.
Yes. The big one. The many flags. Page 88. You'll recall that earlier you said that you had the conversation with Mr. Matlala on the 24th of January 2025. Now, when you look at the calls that you had with Mr. Matlala on the 24th, you will see that the first call at 10:28 was 34 seconds. Then there's a call at 10:44, which was 50 seconds. And then at 11:07, it's a 14-second call. And then at 1 o'clock, it's a 38-second call. Right. So there again, given your earlier explanation about how long it takes you to talk to Mr. Matlala, particularly about simple things. For example, you said on the 31st of December, the 5-minute call was just so that he can check if he received the money. And on the 30th, you said the 15-minute call was just so that you can get an account number. So again, it just seems implausible that you would discuss something as important as him name dropping you for that shorter duration.
Yes. I phoned somebody, I'm angry, I'm telling him about what he has done. He's telling me he's going to phone me back. He's going to phone those people. And then he doesn't phone, I phone again. He said, no, he didn't yet get hold of them. Those people who told those police that he said what he said. So it's not something where you will understand when you are angry. You will go straight to the point and tell the person. But you can see also he's avoiding discussing the issue until he's saying he's phoning the people. I phone, he not yet found the people and so forth and so forth. But that is what happened. But yes, I was conveying that. And if you can check from there, it took long for us even to speak again, because I was expecting him to call me back and tell me really he sorted this thing, is not true, and so forth.
General, how do you propose he sort it out? Because it seems to me that he has told somebody that you know them. Were you expecting him to retract?
No. I was told by the person I wrote the name, who was told by somebody, not by him, to say this is what he's saying.
General, you just said that the calls were because he was trying to get a hold of someone to check.
Yeah, to that particular person who told the person who told me.
So the back and forth was because he was trying to get a hold of the person that told the person
Yes.
to tell.
And I never got any answer until I think the 7th, but he denied the thing.
All right, let's go then to, you say you didn't get an answer until the 7th.
Also on the 7th, I think it's me who phoned. I don't know if he answered or he didn't answer, because I remember I was in Cape Town with the Imbizo, with the deputy minister that time.
And there you'll see on the 7th, there's a call at 11:45 where there was no answer. And he was calling you, and then you call him back and you proceed to have a 3-minute discussion. You see that, General?
Yeah, I see the call. The first one, there was no response, and then the response was later on the day.
Yes, he calls, you call him.
He called me.
He called you, and then you call him.
Are we in February now?
Yes. General, if you look at the 7th of February at 11:45, he calls you, and there's no answer.
Yes.
And then at 13:31, you call him, and you proceed to have a conversation.
Yes.
So is your version that this is when you then resolved the issue of him having told someone?
Not resolved as such, where he indicated the person denies what it was told to me, but I left it like that.
General, when I have regard to the length of the calls and the nature of the subject matter, it's more likely that you had a substantive discussion with Mr. Matlala on those two occasions, being the 12th and, sorry, my apologies, the 30th and the 31st of December. Because that follows, again,
Are those the 15 minutes and the 5
the
minutes?
15 minutes and the 5 minutes. That's the conversation is more likely to have happened then than it having happened in February, or even on the 24th of Jan, as you suggest. Do you care to comment?
I already commented, as I was angry, fighting, and then it's not like the other one where you greet and then you thank somebody, or you can chat about anything because you are cordial there, you are not fighting.
Thank you, General. Now, General, let's then deal with your knowledge of Mr. Matlala's dealings, right? You testified earlier that you didn't know, nor did you do a check of Mr. Matlala between 2019 and 2025. And in the testimony, your testimony last week, you said you also didn't know of any investigations against Mr. Matlala. Do you recall that?
Perhaps before that, may I ask this? General, sorry,
Commissioner?
would you borrow money from a criminal or someone who is alleged to be a criminal?
No.
Thank you. You may continue.
All right. So for purposes of this, I'm going to ask that we not display, but if we can go to page 92.
Or 4?
My apologies, of file 4. I'm not sure if it's legible when it's printed. I suspect it may not.
Yeah. Right. I can't see. Mine is faint.
Perhaps please deal with it tomorrow. And
Chair, my proposal
Yes.
is to ask one of our attorneys to just sit with the general to show him. And I also propose to borrow the commissioner's my machine to have regard to it.
Also right.
General, if it will require to zoom in and out in order to be able to see. Unfortunately, the infographic was not created by us. So unfortunately, we couldn't manipulate it.
Ms. Powe, we do realize that you've structured your questioning in a particular way. Is it not practical to have this printed on an A3 size paper and for you to then give us copy tomorrow morning?
Yes, Chair, we can
Yes.
do so. I suppose without,
And by us, I mean the general as
Yes.
well. And of course, your colleagues.
yes, we can do so. Chair, although I do want to touch on it, and suppose the simple point I want to demonstrate is the number of cases where Mr. Matlala was being investigated as a suspect. The general I don't know if he can quibble with whether or not they existed. We've provided him with the schedule and he has seen it. Perhaps maybe I must confirm with the general that he has had regard to it. General,
Yes, all yours.
have you had regard to that infographic?
Yes.
And what the infographic shows is that Mr. Matlala
Yes.
has been either a person of interest or a suspect in a number of cases from the year 2000
Yes.
all the way to 2024. So you'll see on the infographic that there are 3 cases in 2000, 3 cases in 2006. There's a case in 2001 where he was found guilty and imprisoned for 4 years. There was a case in 2011, a case in 2012, a case in 2015, a case in 2016, case in 2018. There's also cases of attempted murder in 2022, 23, and 24. So my point, General, is when you said yesterday that you weren't aware of any investigations, a search or even a preliminary search would have shown you that Mr. Matlala is either being investigated or that he has a criminal record.
Correct.
And you didn't do any of those searches.
No.
And you weren't aware of any of these investigations,
No.
despite the fact that in some instances you testified that as part of your role you were quite close to various investigators across the province.
Correct.
All right. So this is just the cases where he was under investigation, a suspect, or where he was found guilty. You'll also recall that in 2021, 2022, this is not in the infographic, this is what was in the public domain, was he was implicated in that Tembisa scandal. Remember that?
Yes.
So by 2021, 2022, it was publicly known that Mr. Matlala was implicated in the Tembisa Hospital's tender fraud. Recall that.
No, I didn't see it in 2022. But I want to put something in perspective here.
Yes, General.
Mr. Matlala was an accused person in all these cases you have indicated. The only 3 which he was arrested now, which is going court, and then the only one which he was found guilty. So, if you were arrested and cases were withdrawn by court or found not guilty, do we hold that against you? The guilty one, yes. But even these ones which he was not found guilty, if I have checked, it would have given me an idea what kind of a person he is. And then I could have a certain perspective on him. I have already testified, commissioners, that time I didn't have any reason to go and profile him. And I hear about the issue of Tembisa scandal 2022-2023. Those things, I saw them last year when they start coming up, and in 2024, to be honest, the other one which I've seen, which was there on the Kaula thing, talking about Decoran, talking about Tembisa, and also the Tembisa fraud, which is under investigation by the IDEC. So, for these people, the investigators who have come out with this chart, analysis chart, is the people who had interest, who were investigating him. I was working in Gauteng, and as a crime investigation component head, all the 144 police stations, they were reporting to me. I couldn't know, we are arresting more than 1,000 of people per day. And I will know only of prominent cases which are reported to us, and those which ones are of high-profile people or serious murders and whatsoever. You won't know something like theft of motor vehicle. In a day, more than 500 vehicles are stolen in Gauteng, and more than 20 people are arrested. It's not something which they write and send to us. Unless you are attending a meeting, zooming in to say, here is the problem of theft of motor vehicle in Tshwane region, and then which type of vehicles are stolen and where are they going and so forth, so that for me, as an organized crime person, to identify the targets, identify where these are going, so that I can start to zoom in and deal with real targets. So it's not an issue of, you know, a person, and then there is a scandal, then you go and profile a person. We are having lots of friends, lots of family members and whatsoever. There is lots of people who are written in the newspapers, nothing happened. And some, they are written there wrongfully and so. So to say I should have known